Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Rich Shire, and this is Live for the Journey. Today, we're in North Cheyenne Canyon Park in Colorado Springs. It's one of the 4 parks in the city that allow climbing. This is Graduation Boulder. Great place to climb if you've got a few minutes to get out and do something because it's right by the road. It's also right by the creek. A lot of traffic going by. But today we're not here for the climbing. Today we're here for the camera that is taking this picture right now. It's called the Apeman a80. It's an action cam that's not a GoPro. Shoots pretty darn close to a GoPro though. And it's $69.99. So there's definitely a big price difference. It says it shoots 4K, but it's not really 4K. It's 2K that's interpolated, however you want to say it. But it will shoot that at 24 frames per second. It'll also shoot 2K at 30 frames per second, and it'll shoot 1080 at 60 frames per second with a stabilizer. So that's a pretty good thing. You can also adjust the field of view from 170 degrees to 70 degrees, which is pretty impressive for a camera for $69.99. It also takes 20 megapixel stills, and you can take them in bursts. And the bursts, I believe, I'm not sure, I'll have to get back to you on this. It'll be on the website, all the tech specifications. But I believe it shoots bursts at, I think it's 20 per second. So that's pretty good. That's not a bad camera to do. Like I say, it's only $69.99. It's a great camera, and we'll talk more about it in a second. Hello, we're back. This is the Apeman a80 camera. It's about the size of a GoPro for $69.99. Like I say, they say it shoots 4K. It's not a true 4K. It's an interpolated or interpolated, however you want to pronounce it, 2K that makes it look like a 4K. At the 4K, at what they consider the 4K level, it shoots 24 frames per second. At the 2K, it shoots 30 frames per second. At 1080p, it will shoot 60 frames per second, and that can be stabilized and has a stabilization on the camera, inside the camera. So that's not a bad deal for the price you're paying. This is all the accessories that you can get with it. You get a waterproof housing. I haven't had it very deep, but I've had it about 5 feet inside a river, and there's also some climbing footage that we have of it being under the water, so you'll see that. It has a tripod mount that you can attach a clip to, so if you have a chesty, it doesn't come with a chesty, but if you had chesty or something else you wanted to clip it to, you can do that. It comes with a bunch of different other mounts. We're not going to do, like I said, we're not going to do an unboxing of this thing. You'll have to find out all the mounts yourself. There's like 10 accessories and mounts that it comes with. So I think you can probably find anything you want to mount it to, and you can get away with it. It has a bike mount and a bunch of other things. It does, in the menu, they have, you can adjust the white balance, you can adjust the field of view from 170 to 70. The white balance can go from auto to daylight to cloudy to tungsten to incandescent. It gives you the whole range. So those are pretty good things too. And it does, you use an SD, a micro SD card. It doesn't come with it. You have to purchase your own. You can buy one pretty cheap nowadays. I bought this one. It's a 64 gigabyte card from PNY down at Walmart. I think I paid $20 for it. The big drawback is it comes with 2 batteries, no charger. So you have to charge the batteries through the camera, either through your computer or a wall adapter. But you can go online and you can pick up a 2 battery, 1 wall charger combo set for about $15. So with you buying an SD card, the charger and extra batteries, and the camera, which comes with 2 batteries, so now you have 4 batteries, a charger, an SD card, you're paying about $110 out of pocket. That's pretty good for getting this kind of camera and this quality of video. We will have the tech specs on our website, liveforthejourney.com. Please go to that and check that out. We'll also have some other film footage included with that. Also, on the end of this film, there will be some more video that was taken with this camera. So, like I said, to me, it's a pretty good deal for, like I say, 110 bucks, and you got walking out the door taking pictures. That's a pretty good thing. Quality pictures too. So I hope you check it out. Go to our website, Live for the Journey, and see all the things that it has. And I hope to see you on our next journey. Thank you for joining us, and journey on. Here we have the neat little carrying case, plus all of the adapters and mounts that the Apeman a80 comes with. There's the waterproof housing, tripod mount, a little clip mount, a bike mount, plus a bunch of adapters, sticky mounts, straps. With a little imagination, you can probably hook this up to anything you want. On the camera, to turn it on, go to the front of the camera, press the mode button. Blue light will come on and the camera is on. To shut it off, hit and hold the mode button and it shuts off. On this side we have the micro SD card slot. Micro SD card does not come with the camera. You have to purchase that separately. I picked up this 64 gigabyte PNY for 20 bucks at Walmart. There's the slot. Put the slot in. Make sure you have it oriented right. Gently push it in, and there you go. To take it out, just give it a gentle push. It'll pop out, and there you go. Don't force it in, because if you force it in, you can damage either the card or the camera. There's also a USB port to charge the camera through. It does not come with a separate charger. You have to charge the batteries, which you get two with the camera, but you have to charge the batteries through this camera with a USB cord. It does come with a USB cable. On one side is a micro USB, and on the other is a standard USB. It also has a micro HD port where you can play your videos back through your TV or your computer. Underneath we have the battery compartment. To open it up, there's a little slide right here. Slide that. Pry underneath the door. That's one of the drawbacks that I think the camera has, and that's this door is a little hard to get off. But then the battery just slides out, slides back in. Put the door back on. There's a little tab, a little slot. Make sure the tab goes in the slot. And then make sure you push down to hear the click so it's locked in. You don't want to lose that door. So we'll turn the camera back on. Blue light's on. The first mode that comes up is video mode. To press the video mode, you have to see there's an OK button on top. Press that and we'll can video. Little orange light up here shows the video's going. The blue light blinks. If you heard the sound that said video start, that is the voice prompt. I have the voice prompts on the camera. It also tells you when the video stops. Also on the screen, it tells you what you're shooting at. This is right now at 1080 at 60 frames per second. There's a stabilizer on. The audio is off. To turn it on, I come over to the side here on these tabs, press the lower one, turns the audio on. I can shut it off by doing the same exact thing. Alright, then it has your battery power, your card is in there, a lot of information. To go to the next mode, you press the mode button again, and this is for taking pictures. Again, you have all the information you need. We're shooting at 20 megapixels. We have a card in, battery power, tells you what the ISO, it's on auto, and then you just press the OK button again and it takes your picture. Change to the next mode, of which there are 4, and it comes up to the file. So here we can play back all the video or pictures that we took, and to do that just press the OK, and on the side we can go up and change the files and play back again. These are all small files. So hit this one, and there you go. See, it just plays the file. If I had a longer file, I have to figure out where that. Here we go. This one. Yep. That was a shorter file, but anyway, you can play the files back on that. Go to the next mode, and we're at the setup menu. Here you can change your resolution that you're shooting your videos in. Press the OK button. It brings us into that content, and then we can go from 4K at 24 frames per second, 2K at 30 frames per second, 1080p at 60 frames per second, and down the line. Alright, at 24 frames per second in 2K and 30 frames per second in 4K, you cannot put the stabilizer on. The in-camera stabilizer will not go on. It only will go on from 60 frames at 1080p and below. So we have that. Press the OK button, and that's what we're at now. You can do loop recording, the gyroscope, which is the in-camera stabilization. You can set it where it has a wide dynamic range. You can do time lapse, motion detection. So motion detection, basically, hit it on. Now we are on. We'll go to back to video. Now if I move in front of the camera, the video started. It'll shoot a 10-second clip and then automatically shut off. You can manually shut it off with the OK button. We'll go back into the menu. And we'll go into the motion detection and shut that off. Then you can change the record audio. You can either record it or not record it on the side. Just hit OK, on or off. So we'll put it on. And you can date stamp your files. You can change the field of view angle. You can go from 170 degrees down to 140 degrees, down to 110 degrees, down to 70 degrees. Then there's different modes. Self-timer. You can change the image size on the stills that you take. You can go from 20 megapixel all the way down to basically VGA, bad picture, 3 megapixels, and so on. You can go from burst. You can change the quality and the sharpness. You can change the white balance from auto to daylight to cloudy to tungsten to fluorescent. You can change the color of the stills from color to black and white to sepia or sepia, however you pronounce it. You can change the ISO settings from auto to 100 to 200 to 400. You can give yourself an exposure value compensation, and that goes from +2 to -2. You can put the anti-shake on or off. You can do some file management. You can connect to Wi-Fi. You can play back through your TV. There's a whole bunch of different things that this camera does give you options to play with. For $69.99, it's not too bad of a deal. It shoots pretty good quality. In my opinion, it shoots pretty good quality video. One of the drawbacks is the audio. The audio isn't the best, and if it's in the waterproof housing, there is no audio at all. I mean, it has to be pretty loud in order to go through. But like I say, $69.99. You spend about another $20 for an SD card. Even though the camera doesn't come with a charger, you can go online and you can purchase a charger plus 2 extra batteries for about $16. So that gives you a total of about $115 to get a camera, 4 batteries, because it comes with 2 batteries. You purchase 2 more batteries with the charger, a charger, and an SD card. $115 out the door, out of pocket, and you're shooting. And you're shooting, and like I said, in my opinion, I think some pretty good video. So that's this camera. Thank you for looking at our gear review on liveforthejourney.com. And I'm glad that you guys joined us for this little trip around this camera. And I hope you join us for other gear reviews that we do, or just go visit our website at www.liveforthejourney.com. And like I say, I'm glad you guys joined us, and I look forward to many more journeys with you, and journey on.